Right on. Yeah.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to today's game. 12 minutes in. Apologies, had a few connectivity issues. This remains Chorley 0, Peterborough Sports 0. Peterborough Sports here have nicked the ball away. Just past halfway. The touch is a bit loose from Luke and Miller. He tries to beat Warren Clark, and Miller all on his own has managed to get the better of it. And the ball is across the face. It's going to be an easy tap in for Peterborough Sports, and they take the lead. 11 minutes in, 11 and a half minutes gone, and Peterborough Sports have the lead. It's a calamitous error at the back. A gift of a goal, and Peterborough have the lead through their number 11. Max Booth, who was on the end of that one.
Yeah, it's a horrible error from Tom Walker, really. Luke and Miller on a counter attack. Ball breaks away from him. Walker gets the ball off him. Probably should have headed it back to Matt Irwin. Instead, he tries to cut inside, loses control of the ball, and pretty much just allows Max Booth to roll the ball into an empty net. And Peterborough Sports have got an early lead here at Victory Park.
Yeah, and that certainly, Ewan, feels like it's taken the sting out of the Victory Park crowd, doesn't it? It was kind of a game that was ebbs and flowing both ways, and then all of a sudden, an error at the back, and Phil Brown's side take full advantage. Surely, early in the game, Ewan, but we've got it all to do here.
Yeah, and it's a goal which, by all means, is completely avoidable as well, which just makes it even harder a pill to swallow. We knew coming into this game that Peterborough Sports had a bit of a turning form off the back of back-to-back impressive victories against Chester and Macclesfield. So it was always going to be a tough game, and now it's even tougher for Chorley after going down 1-0 after 12 minutes.
Yeah, an easy pickings here for the Peterborough Sports goalkeeper, Peter Crook. We'll keep you updated elsewhere in National League North as well as the goals go in, and the FA Trophy as well. It's Chester 1, Radcliffe 0, and Hereford have taken the lead against Curzon Ashton. Macclesfield a goal to the good against Bedford, and also South Shields a goal in front against Oxford City in the FA Trophy. Scunthorpe 1, Horsham 0, and Woking a goal to the good against Walton and Hersham.
Charlie just struggling to make the ball stick at the minute in the middle of the park. Peterborough Sports putting a bit of a press on.
Yeah, Chorley just not at the races early doors. Obviously, in terms of team youth today, Chorley a bit thin on the ground, especially in defensive positions. Obviously, Scott Wilson is injured today. Picked up a nasty knock in training on Thursday night. Mark Ellis is suspended. And Sam Bird, although he has been recalled, his registration didn't go through in time. So Mike Carville is playing at centre half with Harvey Smith, who came on for Mark after he'd been sent off last weekend. And 15 minutes on the clock, Walker delivers a set piece in towards the penalty area, caught by Crook, and off go the turbines with Shaquille Colthurst.
It's a long ball. Just looking for Sam McClintock. Henley will get there though and give it back to Irwin. Let's give it back to Henley.
Halifax Town have taken the lead against Kidderminster Harriers. In the Premier League, all 3 games at the moment are goalless.
Slavovic picks the ball back here deep.
Mateus Mane with an early goal for Wolves, which was ruled out, I assume, for offside. Sports here on the counter again, trying to build up through Jez Davis, gives it to Carriol. left-hand side, 1v1 with Max Wilson, comes inside and goes to chop outside in towards the penalty area. His cross is really poor, though, and the Peterborough Sports assistant manager not best pleased with that delivery, was he, Ewan?
No, not at all, and it's very disappointing, really, from a Turbine's point of view. Carriol picked the ball up there on the left-hand side with acres of space to run into. He decides to just stop and, like, address his options and then swings in a really poor cross, which goes out for a goal kick. Malkovich wins the ball back again.
Equalised against Hereford at the Tameside Stadium, and here at Victory Park it continues to rain. That looks like it was a foul against Malkovich on Shaquille Cuthurst. Cuthurst, former EFL man, not best pleased with the decision, eventually given for a throw. "17 minutes gone, and surely Ewan have got to get themselves back into this one, haven't they, quite quickly, you feel?"
Yeah, I mean, saying it before we went on air a few minutes ago, seems whenever the ball does go forwards to Tom Carr, obviously he's playing as a long striker at the minute, it's just him up there and no one else. Needs another
Carriol
runner
here on the
from
left. He's
midfield.
kind of given a free roll, isn't he? You feel already. It's kind of the ball can be the opposite end of the field, but Carriol will just stand and wait for it to kind of come. He's just allowed that freedom to play out there on the left, and free kick given in favour of Chorley here. Confirmation that the opening goal for Peterborough was scored in the 12th minute.
Carr wins his header from the free kick. It's headed away though by Wood. Sent out for a Chorley throw-in.
Hurst with Calverley against each other there. Warren Clark and comes in. Good challenge from the 14.
Yeah, Chorley just really struggling to get a foot on the ball at the minute.
It's all just a bit eerie, isn't it, at the minute? You're in Chorley struggling to get a foothold in the game. You know, the crowd, naturally, I think, a little bit stunned by the goal that was conceded and the events that led up to it. But both the supporters and the players out there on the field, I feel, need to show a little bit more grit here.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it just seems a bit too easy at the minute for Peterborough Sports just to break through the lines. We know we're coming into the game with a bit of a turn of form, but
I mean, it's one of those things, isn't it? Ultimately, Chorley lost last weekend against Darlington. Peterborough Sports come into the game off the back of two successive wins, and maybe there's no that's showing at the minute.
you can tell they're playing with the confidence that maybe some of the Chorley players are lacking at the minute. But as we're alluding to, they're winning almost every first and second ball in the middle of the park at the minute.
Yeah, Buxton have taken the lead against Spennymoor Town, who signed Kurt Willoughby today. Buxton, having departed Kidderminster Harriers. Oren Willis to my left is a big fan of Kurt, and I'm sure still thinks that one day we'll end up signing Kurt, even if he ends up being 39. But Kurt straight into the squad, not to start this afternoon, but Newbuck said they are a goal to the good. So in League One, Burton Albion are in front against league leaders Cardiff City. No Jack Hazelhurst for Burton. Still struggling to get any game time over there.
Carley steps up well to win the ball.
Henley right hand side.
Carr wins his header, but it goes all the way through to Peter Crook in the Turbines goal. It's really been the story of Charlie's game so far. It's a long ball forwards, which the away side end up getting control of.
Yeah, just as I say, we're just not quite at the races in these early stages, and had a few periods like this, haven't we, where we're on the ball, but Tom Carr, you just feel like he's all out there on his own, isn't he?
Yeah, well, I suppose that's probably the first time he's had a bit of an option there with Lalkovic coming inside.
John Nolan's got it on halfway, spreads it wide over to Mike Carverley, but his touch is a bit loose and just invites a bit of pressure from Peterborough. That he puts the ball long down the line, but out for a throw. And the Peterborough Sports captain, Charlie Heckingbottom's full of applause, happy with that, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean, it was a bit of a poor pass in truth from Joe Nolan to Calvley. Allowed Turbines to put the press on, and then Calvley's ball forward wasn't good at all.
Oh, said okay, and he just ball deflected away from him there and ended up kicking the air, didn't he? And I have to say, don't you look at the surface at the minute and full of lumps and bumps. It looks almost a bit like a rugby pitch, doesn't it?
Yeah, very difficult to keep the ball on the deck
It's a
in
bit
these
reminiscent of that. I
conditions.
think we mentioned, didn't we, off air before kick-off about the Macclesfield game here.
Yeah, I'm not too sure the conditions are that bad just yet, but it is worth keeping note of that game just a bit.
Fond memories of Harvey Smith's winning goal on that day, but the conditions certainly were probably a good 5 or 10 minutes away from the game being called off. Lalkovic here on halfway, spreads the ball across towards the penalty area, headed away from sports skip, and eventually the flag's up for offside. I thought he was going to give the free kick against Harvey Smith, but referee Liam Smith having a word with the goal scorer Max Booth. Tom Walker wanted to get on with it, wasn't he? And then Booth just a bit of jiggery pokery, kicking the ball away, kicking the ball back to the goalkeeper.
Yeah, it's understandable. Just a typical sort of Phil Brown performance. There's no need for him to rush anything at the minute. Peterborough Sports seems for all that. Yep, Adam Henley fouls.
And then Henley penalised for a cheap foul, wasn't he?
This is exactly what Peterborough will want, though.
Absolutely, and Phil Brown said it in his pre-match press interview about how ultimately a lot of what will decide today's result is who wins the free kick battle. And you see there, cheap foul given away by Henley, and Radcliffe have got a penalty out of the Diva Stadium to level it up. Jordan Hume's gone down. But yeah, he'll be very happy at the moment. And his side have got a free kick, but that's a really poor delivery from McClintock, and he'll get an opportunity to get the ball up again, but he decides instead to go back to his goalkeeper. Crook kicks it long, headed away by Warren Clark, then by Max Wilson, and
Nolan steps up and wins it because it's Lalkovic who looks offside.
Yeah, he's offside. Milan Lalkovic on right on halfway says there's no way I'm offside, but the linesman on this near side nearest to us says he was.
Yeah, I think we had a very good view of that, and it did look as though Milan was offside.
Radcliffe have equalised at the Diva.
It's a long ball forwards here as Henley
Another offside.
deals with it. Coulter's just should be offside.
These shouts behind us there, aren't there? You and the people saying, oh, why is he guessing?
Irwin will look to send this free kick long.
Yeah, Matty pumps it long towards Tom Carr and headed away by Jez Davis. Warren Clark picks up the pieces from it, left-hand side, inside, outside. He's looking to try and deliver a cross. Eventually gets one, and it's the first corner of the game. 27 minutes gone. Surely of the first corner of the game.
Good work there by Warren down the left. Just forces Oakley onto his... Well, to start backpedaling. Gets a corner out of it. Lalkovic will take.
But really, since the goal, there's not really been an awful lot to talk about, has there, in terms of action and chances? Corner comes in front post towards Calverley. It was flicked backwards to him. Not available. In the end, Walker then sees Lalkovic. He gets the ball back over on that left-hand side. He cuts inside. He crosses it towards Calverley. Again, he's the target. Ball spinning, swirling inside the penalty area. Nolan goes to hook it. Walker goes up. And eventually, Peterborough can clear it. It's 1v1 between Luke and Miller and Adam Henley. It's going to go all the way back to Matt Ewan, who tries to get it long. Walker's got it again. Colthurst comes away from it better than Nolan. And it's that pattern of play again, isn't it, Ewan, where it's just back to full, back to front, end to end a little bit scrappy. But given that they're in front, Peterborough won't mind, won't they?
No, not at all. Walker tries giving it to Lalkovic. He gets dispossessed. Luke and Miller now with the ball. Smith is fouled by Colthurst. The Peterborough striker's not happy with that decision at all.
Phil Brown with his cream trousers. He's not happy with the decision. He has got his baseball cap on today, though, so he must be afraid of his hair getting a bit wet.
Forward it goes again from Irwin. Looking towards Tom Carr.
Headed as far as okay, and he nutmegs his man, but then Carriol is tackled by Janolan, and surely you've got a throw in. Phil Brown off his line again in his technical area, not happy with the decision given against his side.
Be another throw in though for Chorley a bit further up. Walker's probably going to try and launch this one into the box. Really, you'd think this would be aimed towards Harvey Smith, probably just inside the 6-yard box. And it goes from Walker.
Yep, headed up, not away just yet, towards Max Wilson, and Tom Walker's got it again, tries to beat Colthurst. He does do, and he beats Carriol in the process. Miller's the next target. He's still going, Tom Walker. He drifts the ball into the penalty area, but Crook comes to claim it. He does well to claim it.
And now there's a break on there with McClintock down the right for Peterborough Sports. Oakley's ahead of him. It goes to Oakley. It's a ball put across the box. Henley can clear. Goes to Lalkovic. Charlie can maybe come the other way now. Okay. Gives it to Walker. He's come very centrally. Gives it to Lalkovic out wide. Charlie breaking forwards here again. Lalkovic goes past the defender. Goes down. No doing there from the ref.
And again, it just breaks down, doesn't it?
Good touch there by Colthurst now. Gives it to McClintock. He skips round. Warren Clark and gives it to Wood. The left back now bringing it forwards.
Now the goal scorer Booth on that left-hand side. 1v1 with Adam Henley into the penalty area he goes. Bit of room to run into. Still going. Goes for goal, and it's a really good save by Matt Irwin down low to his right. And it was very nearly a second for the visitors, Peterborough Sports. Great save by Irwin.
Yeah, really good save by Matty there. They're down at his near post. Had to get down very quickly. It's going to be a corner though for Peterborough Sports.
Yeah, behind for the corner. The first one now for Peterborough Sports. Let's see what they've got in their locker. Referee Liam Smith has just blown his whistle. He's not allowing it to be taken just yet.
Looks as though it's Mustafa Carriol over the corner. Peterborough Sports have crowded the 6-yard box.
So corner to come in. It's an in-swinger, front post towards Colthurst. It'll come back to the taker, Carriol. He's 1v1 with Tscherewik. He swings it in very deep. He goes up for it, the number 6, and Warren Clark shepherding against him. I think the ball
He's
was
done
just
well
about
there, Warren.
stayed in, but again, Warren Clark, he hits it long, and Peterborough could come away with it and come again once more.
Oakley, the diagonal.
Headed on towards Luca Miller, I think it is. Tom Carr isolated R on the left-hand side. He can't keep it again. And Sports, once again, Colt Hurst again, tricky with his feet. Playing the ball quite well, Peterborough Sports. It has to be said. They're not playing like a team who is, borderline in the bottom 4.
No.
Malkovich there claims he's caught. Liam Smith, the referee, agrees. And Chorley have a free kick just inside their own half. Merthyr Town have taken the lead away at Darlington.
It's a free kick for Chorley just inside their own half. Ewan will take.
Paulie Cox with the opener for Merthyr. Long from Irwin, but it's straight into the hands of Peter Crook.
And here come Peterborough Sports straight away again. Booth, it's a strong tackle by Henley. It'll be a throw-in for the visitors. And Miller throws it back to Carriol. Miller, good switch of play. That
was a really good idea, that wasn't it? It was all the way over to the right-hand side. He just couldn't keep the ball in.
You can tell he's got a bit about him, Luca Miller. Every time he touches the ball, seems to bring.
I think if I'm right in speaking, he's on loan from somebody. I'll have to have a look and see what I can find.
He's comfortably Peterborough Sports' top scorer this season in the league with 9 goals. Coming from central midfield position, that's very good.
Well, he scored, of course, again in the reverse fixture, didn't he? An absolute worldie of a strike outside the box. And then Dan Jarvis, who obviously got the other one in that game, he's not even involved in the squad today. So, Andy Priest said it pre-match, Phil Brown said it pre-match. Very different team, Peterborough Sports, now to what they were a few months ago. Although, again, they are still very much in a relegation dogfight. They're not playing like a team who, are in that realm, are they?
No, not at all. And even Ben Beresford, who missed the penalty, penalty got saved against Matteo and isn't even in the squad today either. So you can see just how much of a different team it is, considering we only played him just 2 months ago. They've won the ball back here high. Harvey Smith manages to get it behind for a throw-in.
Yeovil, a goal to the good against AFC Telford United in the FA Trophy. And Horsham, believe it or not, are a goal in front now against Scunthorpe at the Attis Arena.
Taylor Kane does a bit too much there as Oakley wins the ball back again on the right. Tries to go around Malkovich.
Peterborough players asking for a free kick, and the player's still there, still does it, and I think eventually he's done enough to win a corner. Has he not?
Well, it's a goal kick.
A goal kick, and so Irwin in a hurry to take that goal kick. 36 minutes gone, still Peterborough Sports a goal to the good here, thanks to Max Booth's early goal. Just a bit eerie, isn't it, at the minute? Peterborough, they haven't really bought many supporters today, as you probably expect with the longevity of the journey. having said that, they haven't brought maybe 15 or 20, but they're not really in fine voice, and certainly the Chorley supporters haven't got a lot to sing about at the moment, have they?
Oh no, I think from a Charlie perspective, there's not really been a chance yet.
No, they certainly haven't tested Peter Crook in goal. Lalkovic trying to make things happen. He's carrying the ball again. Plays it back to Calverley, who, of course, playing centre half today. Hasn't really put too much of a foot wrong, I think. Wasn't involved in the exploits for the goal.
No, it's just an individual error, really, which is the difference between the two teams in a minute.
Well, I've said, don't we, so many times, it's the moments. It's the moments of magic. It's the errors. It's the timings of it. Surely on the wrong side of it at the moment, but their own doing. Nolan now, if he can get the ball away, there'd been a chance there for Chorley to counter. As it was, Harvey Smith just says, I'll put my foot through it and find Adam Henley. Down the right, he travels to find Tom Walker, but his touch is loose. And
I do think both fullbacks today, Warren Clark and Adam Henley, are going to be forced to go further forwards here. At the minute, they're being pinned back because Peterborough Sports are attacking out wide with both of their fullbacks and both of their wingers.
I mean, I don't know if we can see it as a positive, but surely you've got 6 subs today, and there's only 2 defenders on that of those 6. So they've got options in an attacking capacity if they want to change it at some point here.
I just think there's a few times in midfield where someone like Joe Nolan's picked up the ball, he's picked his head up, hopefully looking for a run out wide from one of his fullbacks, and just sat a bit too deep at the minute.
Ariel does well there down the left-hand side across the face. Irwin dropped it there, didn't he? But the ball had already gone behind for a corner. Minutes gone, 7 and a bit minutes to go till half time, and still Peterborough Sports are in front.
It's Carriol again over the corner to the turbines. Once again, they've crowded that 6-yard box, and once again, referee wants to have a word with someone before the corner will be taken. Done a quick word with Mike Calverley, and I think the Peterborough Sports captain Charlie Heckingbottom.
Yeah, referee Liam Smith, who's from Carlisle, having a word with Calverley, who suggesting somewhat of an elbow, and it's Heckingbottom and Calverley continue to push at each other. The corner's eventually taken short, back to Carriol. He jinks outside, inside, and the ball will eventually come in. It's a good one. It's over everyone across the face, and has to be dealt with here. Still not cleared just yet, but I don't know, day again, you and that could have ended up in the back of the net, no?
Yeah, it's a really good defensive header in the end by Mike Calverley to get it away from the back post as Luka Miller's won it back off Lalkovic.
Across the face, a goal back into the feet of Calverley. He puts his foot through it, but again, it's back with the Peterborough Sports player. Across the face, Tom Walker, then he puts his foot through it, and it's another corner, and you just see there that Peterborough Sports bench are taking a lot of encouragement from it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Tom Walker will want to watch back this first half at all. Just completely gets his clearance all wrong, and it spews backwards. And for a split second, I thought it might have looped over into the top corner, but it loops over the bar.
If you remember the goal that Vincent Kompany scored, I think it was, and he put his foot through it and sliced it back into his own net. It was far more powerful than that, but it was a very similar sort of situation. So in swinging corner from the right, here it comes, headed on by Carriol over the bar.
It's another opportunity though for the away side yet again. Looks a lot more likely at the minute that they're going to go and get their second as opposed to Chorley getting an equaliser. I think really Andy Fries's side will just want to get in here at the break being 1-0 down.
Can't help but feel that it's going to be a stern word from Precy at half time.
You think so, yeah. Referees having a word with Hickenbottom here, I think.
Just having a chat, wasn't he, with, I think, Heckingbottom again about a couple of the players. Long goal kick from Irwin taken.
I don't want to sound too negative, but I'm just having sort of flashbacks to the Alfreton game, really,
Yeah.
where an early goal just sort of set the tide for the rest of the game. And it feels as though Charlie just gone into this slump at the minute, which they're really struggling to get out of.
Yeah, I can't argue with you on that. The Alfreton game, I remember not so fondly. It was a very cold night, and the early goal was obviously what settled the game in the end. But it was just one where Chorley never really got going. They never really got a foothold in the game. They never really tested the goalkeeper. And 42 minutes gone here. They haven't yet tested and haven't had an effort on goal to test Peter Crook, and that'll be worrying for Andy Priest.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it just seems so disjointed at the minute between the midfield and the attack that every time when Tom Carr does get the ball, there's just no one around him and about 5 defenders.
Owen again, he goes for it long. Max Wilson's the target, beaten to it by Heckingbottom, and come
Miller
away
is
with it.
in
And there's
there
a chance
again.
here. Is there? Not quite. The ball just had a bit too much on it to get to Colthurst. Irwin on hand to clear the danger. Malkovich chasing it. The
Hopefully
shot for an
gives it to
offside there,
Booth.
not given.
McClintock with a switch of play out to Wood.
Yeah, it's a clever one, isn't it? And Walker
Good play there by Wood, and he buys the
very
foul from
nearly
Walker.
nicked the ball back off him, and eventually is penalised for the challenge on Connor Wood.
Surprising here that Peter Crook's come this far out of his goal to take it, with the team being 1-0 up.
Brook taking his time. He just puts his hand there to say, calm down, there's no rush. Long towards the right-hand side. Colthurst, the
Go all the
target,
way
if he
out.
can keep it in, just can't get it in the end.
It's Ches Davis with another header winning midfield. He's winning everything in a minute.
Larkovic heads it up, and Smith just hoping for it to stick. And now there's a chance in behind if he can get there. No, again, that's a bit of the story of the first half in some ways for Peterborough. Lots of piercing balls, wants them to try and chase after lost causes. Just not falling for them at the minute.
It just feels as though the last 5 minutes has been the same piece of play on repeat, really. Goal kick by Ewan, headed away by Peterborough, ball in behind, another goal kick.
Should have taken the lead against Bedford Town.
Davis again wins the header in midfield.
Henley will go and try and play it long towards Carr. He does get ahead to it. Max Wilson trying to chase it down. He's
Battling well.
got there in the end. Referee tells him to get up, and Carriol can't take advantage on the counter.
Henley throws it to O'Kane's feet. Forced to go back to Irwin. Bobbles just before Irwin kicks it, and then goes straight up in the air. Carriol with a good touchdown. Finds Miller. Miller now breaking forwards, looking for Carriol again.
Plays it across the face,
Good
and
challenge by
Smith puts a foot through there, doesn't he?
Carr wins this header. Walker's there. Breaks Max Wilson now on the right.
One added minute and one chance for Chorley. Max Wilson down the right-hand side he goes, puts it across the face. Cleared away from Sports, only as far as Wilson, who is still there on the right, swings across in. It's good. Headed on, and it's on target from Joe Nolan, of all people. But it's held quite comfortably in the end by Peter Crook.
Best play of the game, though, by Charlie so far. Comes from Max Wilson. Charging down the right. Eventually, the ball breaks back to him following a clearance. It's a good cross towards John Nolan and meets it well. Unfortunately, it's straight at Peter Crook, who's in the end got a bit of a comfortable save. But better from the Magpies just before half time here.
first chance of the game, really, for Chorley, and it's come right on the stroke of half time. And that will do it for half time as boos ring around the Grandstore Victory Park Stadium. It's at the break. Chorley 0, Peterborough Sports 1. We'll be back very shortly. Just going to go and grab a brew. Be back very shortly. Welcome back, everybody, for the second half of today's game between Chorley and Peterborough Sports. Peterborough, of course, goal to the good at the break, and Chorley get things back underway. The second 45, an important 45 for Chorley, as Warren Clark straight away trying to make an impact ball across the face of goal. Still in there alive, not cleared. Warren Clark hits the ball against Harry Ibbotson's hand, and Harry Ibbotson has come on, actually. There you can see. There is a change for Chorley. Ibbotson's on. I'll have to try and suss out who's come off. I think he's come on for Tom Walker. Ibbotson.
I was still trying to work it out. I've not seen 26 for 17. Pass. 26 for 17 for Jay. 25 to go out. 17 out there? Yeah. Oh, 17.
Yeah, confirmation, the change.
Stars battle back to win the ball back. Nolan gives it to Henley. Henley played into Ibbotson. Good first touch, good turn there by Ibbotson. Gets away. Davis, once again, those sweeps in behind and wins a throw. Good bit of play though there by the substitute. Good touch to get away from Hickenbottom. But once again, stalwart Jez Davis, Peterborough Sports gets back in. Wins his side of throw. Nolan clips it forwards. Hickenbottom will head it away. Goes up for Charlie throw.
It just feels like has to be an element of difference here. Ibbotson comes on for Walker, and it means that Max Wilson leans over towards that right-hand side, and Ibbotson goes up front with Tom Carr.
Warren Clark's running over to the right-hand side to take a long throw. Max Wilson will fill in for him at the back at the minute.
Well, Wilson, he played it right mid, didn't he, against Darlington last weekend. Long throw going to come in from, I think it's Warren Clark over on the right. He's very long, looping in towards the area, headed on by a sports player. Back in from Calverley and behind, actually, for a corner kick. The Chorley with the opening corner of the second half.
Yeah, they've started off the second half quite brightly here, the Magpies. Larkovic is going over to the right-hand side to take it. Looks as though it's probably going to be a bit of an outswinger.
Yeah, Walker you could have had on there as well as Jack Moore, but he's on the bench. So Larkovic is going to go and take the outswinger, the former Chelsea man, in towards the penalty area. He goes headed on by Calverley and over the top.
Yeah, it was never really troubling Peter Clutter's goal, that header, but positive signs, I'll say, early on the second half, Andy Priest's side.
Rook kicks it long, Boots, the only man really in range, and comes away nicely towards Tom Carr, trying to build an attack for Chorley. Adam Henley takes over, passes it into Ibbotson, and overlapping then goes Henley down the right-hand side. Chorley definitely come out with a bit more of a spring in the step in the second half.
Wins a throw up high here, Henley. And as I was sort of alluding to in the first half, this is what I think we needed to see a bit more from Charlie, with the fullbacks getting a bit further forwards, helping the wingers in attack, try and push the wide players of Peterborough Sports back, try and pin them in a bit more.
Warren Clark again from the left, over on the right. He's going to take the throw. He takes it short to Larkovic, checks it down, takes a touch outside, swings it in with his left. Oh, I thought at one point there was a hand in there, but I think it was actually off a Chorley hand.
Just headed it down to Taylor O'Kane, though. It's a good
block behind. Really good defending in the end by the Sports defender, and Taylor O'Kane issues a bit of a rallying cry to those in the Duke Street stand and says, come on, we're still in this game, and Chorley knocking on the door, certainly, since the restart.
I think it's number 32, Connor Wood, with the block. It's a really good block, and it forces a corner. Lalkovic swings it in. It's going towards the back post. Peter Crook does well, though,
Good
to
hands
gather.
from the goalkeeper.
So a lot more attacking intent shown by Charlie in the opening 6 minutes of the second half than perhaps probably the whole of the first half.
Yeah, they've done it, how you say, they took the words out of my mouth there. They've done more in the opening 5 of the second half than they did in the entirety of the first. And that's, can only be seen as a good thing.
Crook.
Crook again, long. This time Peterborough unable to get on the end of it.
Carriol, though, with a bit of space on the left. Miller's ahead of him. He gives it to Miller. Henley's going to go in for a 50-50 with him. And for all the world, it looks as if...
in favour of Peterborough Sports there.
It looks as though the last touch came off Miller there for all the world, but referee rather than the linesman pointing for it to be a Peterborough Sports throw. It goes back to Wood. Into Miller again. Wilson will clear. Oakley's going to try and
under
touch it
pressure
down.
from Milan Lalkovic. Still under pressure, running against it. Goes down the line. Doesn't find a sports player, and Harvey Smith tries to play the ball long, and no joy out of that one.
Oh, the clip long again. Smith will head it. Looks to be a push in the back, maybe on O'Kane, but Peter's supposed to keep the ball. Davis looks to give it Oakley. The ball goes out for a throw, though. No, it doesn't. Yes, it does in the end.
The referee, Liam Smith, he's just got to get a control on things here.
Bit of a altercation between Zach Willis and Tom Carr there off the ball.
He wants a word. So Willis and Carr from the respective sides over to have a word with the referee, Liam Smith.
Play resume with a throw just on halfway.
Down the line from Warren Clock towards Ibbotson, headed away by Oakley. As far as Joe Nolan, a bit of head tennis going on here, and eventually Peterborough will hook it clear. Nolan beaten to it by Miller, and now Carriol's got room to run into. Down the left-hand side he goes. Max Wilson's closest to him, battling back to try and win the ball back.
He's done well.
Arguably for me, you had pulled him down in the process, but
ball breaks it over Tom
Carr's got it here. Tries to backheel it towards Ibbotson. He's battling away for possession. Carr, he's done well, but that time
he's done well.
he'd given the ball away, but he's actually tenaciously kept Chorley in possession. Wilson down the right finds Nolan inside the penalty area. Goes down inside the penalty area. He looked like he'd been clearly pulled there, and Phil Brown claps his hand, smiles at Andy Priest and the fourth official. I thought for all the world there, Ewan, that surely we're going to get a spot kick for it. Now, the question is, if he doesn't give the penalty, then surely he's got to book Joe Nolan for it. A huge point in the game, but the referee says no penalty.
Yeah, I think it's one of those ones. So if it happens in the middle of the park, it's definitely a foul. I don't know whether the referee's just judged that there's not enough contact for a penalty. There's a long ball's put into the box. Peterborough Sports is going to come away with the ball. It's a good challenge though by Taylor O'Kane. It'll come to Lalkovic on the edge of the box. He feeds it out wide to Warren Clark. Warren Clark goes in onto his left. It's a deep cross. It's headed away well by Hickenbottom. And it's sent forwards. Yeah, good well cut out though by Adam Henley. And Henley now bring it down the right-hand side for Chorley again. Closed down by Coulter. Henley wins a throw.
Yeah, just interesting that. I don't know. Did he have his arms kind of grappling around him a little bit? Clearly the referee made his mind up very, very, very quickly.
Ball sent forwards here, which Ibbotson will get on the end of. Ibbotson looks to win a corner. It doesn't go out.
Oh, Oakley's done well there.
Knocked it round, but O'Kane's there. Good skill by Taylor O'Kane. Lalkovic. Oh, she's not on the same wavelength.
Well, Lalkovic's pass was poor, but then two Peterborough players went for the same ball. And O'Kane, frustrated there in the end, bounces the ball. Joe Nolan is gesturing for some tape. I think he's hurt his finger when he's gone down. Joe Nolan in some discomfort, but he doesn't want to go down. He wants to continue. Chorley in the ascendancy a little bit here in the opening 10 minutes of the second half. Here it comes, Warren Clark, long throw towards Harvey Smith. Goes for the flick,
corner.
behind for a corner kick. Joe Nolan's back on, 56 minutes gone here. Corner to Chorley, and they're really knocking on the door, aren't they, Ewan?
Yeah, much brighter sides from Chorley in the second half so far. The tempo's much better as well. Larkovic is going over to the left-hand side to take it. It'll be an in-swinging corner this time. Last delivery was very good from Milan, to be fair, so hopefully he can do the same here. And it goes from Milan. Ibbotson
met
meets
by
it.
Ibbotson over the bar. Goal kick to Sports.
There's another good delivery though by Milan. Met in the air by Ibbotson, which is probably a bit too high for him. He gets underneath the ball and it just leaps over the bar.
Radcliffe have taken the lead away at Chester.
Oh, Crooks. Missed kick.
Taking his
Hickenbottom.
goal kick and slipped.
Hickenbottom just launched out of the ground. He's taking no prisoners with that. Clark throws it into the feet of Carr.
Oh.
Can't get it to stick though, and it's sent forwards. Booth battling for it, but Nolan comes away with the ball. Nolan have time to turn now into midfield. Sends it out wide to Henley.
Yeah, Nolan trying to be progressive there. Lalkovic has got acres of space over
Okay,
the
he's
left.
done well again in midfield.
Going through the centre, finds Ibbotson on the turn. Overlapping run from Max Wilson. Right hand side puts the ball across, and the ball is a little bit poor, if I'm being brutally honest, but Chorley will get a throw instead.
Yeah, they've got Peterborough Sports pinned in here at the minute, Chorley. Seems like a matter of time maybe until that equalising goal can come through. Into Joe Nolan it goes. Henley looks for all the world to be fouled, and he has been fouled by Carriol. And Chorley have got a free kick. Sort of parallel to the edge of the box here on the right-hand side. Larkovic is going to run over to take it. Henley's not made his way back to his feet yet. Looks like could have been a sore one there for the right back. It is Milan Larkovic over the free kick. It's in a crossing position.
So, as you mentioned, Ewan Lalkovic over on that right-hand side will deliver the free kick. And as Phil Brown alluded to, he's got to win the battle of the free kicks. Lalkovic is deep, it's looping towards the back post. It's not cleared yet. Shot comes in, second time, third time.
Clark will send it back forwards,
Clark.
but simple enough for Crook, and he'll throw it out looking for Coulthurst now on the right-hand side for Peterborough Sports. The Turbines looking to break away here.
It's like a 1v3, 1v4. Calvley
Challenged by Calvley. Coulthurst as well, does regain position.
Coulthurst. No wrongdoing though, and from one side to the other, it's Carriol, left-hand side, the former Middlesbrough man. Inside, he plays it towards McClintock. Oh,
what an
this is
effort
what
that was.
It's always going against him. That Nolan couldn't get purchase on his clearance, and it fell nicely for McClintock to put his foot through it. It was always going wide, but he put some serious zip into that, didn't he?
Yeah, it's a really good effort from the midfielder. I think for a split second there, I thought it might have flew into the top corner, but I should say it was always going a bit wide. But he hit it really true there.
Sam Strawham-Brown coming on for the Turbines. He was another one who was really, really positive in the previous meeting. He's going to come on in place of Carriol.
Yeah, and Carriol has been a threat all game as well. Phil Brown's side.
Chorley again trying to come forward here. Max Wilson down the right, blocked away. Challenge then comes in, but Max comes away with it first.
Wow.
Tom Carr down the right hand side, dangerous here for Chorley. He's going to get a corner kick. Chorley really looking to put pressure on Phil Brown's team here. They have to do it though, don't they? Even 30 minutes left of normal time.
Lalkovic over the corner again. Last two deliveries have been really good.
Lalkovic here, hand goes up, ball comes in towards the front post. Oh, and it comes off, I think, Harvey Smith in the end, but into the hands of Crook.
Smith wants Ewan to come.
Calls for it. Thing is, though, Ewan is surely they keep on huffing, they keep on puffing, but they need something here, don't they? They still need something quite quickly.
Yeah, definitely. Yes. Zach Willis has just fouled Tom Carter with a push into his back. So it's another set piece opportunity here for the Magpies. It looks as though it's going to be Milan Lalkovic again to take.
So Lalkovic has been that set piece taker. Mike Carvel, he's giving his finger a little bit of a waggle there to say to Milan, let's get it in this area at the back post. Here comes Milan, swings in the livery, it's more towards the front, it's over everyone, and Crook had to be alive to it. Milan then quickly had to switch his mind from attack to defence, didn't he? He almost had a little bit of a split second, then just thought, quick, I need to go.
Good play there by Davis for Peterborough Sports. This is the substitute, Sean Brown. It's a ball in behind, which Henley's in a foot race with Coulthurst. Henley does get there, but Coulthurst battles well. It's a deep cross. It's met in the air by Booth and it just goes wide.
Yeah, it's just one of those at the minute. Peterborough Sports are in the driving seat, aren't they? They're the visitors. They're the ones with the lead.
Still showing here, Phil Brown's side, that they are a threat whenever they get the ball in the final third. Sean Brown heads it on, looking for Booth. Calvey heads it, wins a free kick.
Andy Priest not happy. Joel Papula being readied. Funnily enough, Ewan Angelo's loan actually expires tomorrow, so remains to be seen whether his loan will be extended with us. Blakeman's going to come on though very shortly as Irwin plays the ball long towards Tom Carr. Harvey Smith's there, not cleared yet, still alive in the box. Towards Max Wilson, body's absolutely on the line everywhere. Peterborough scrambling to get the ball cleared. Chorley looking to come forward, and eventually it's the visitors who come off better from it.
Clark just puts his foot through it, and it'll go out for a goal kick.
Radcliffe have added a third goal at the Diva. It's Chester 1, Radcliffe 3, and Curzon Ashton also have the lead. Blakeman's going to come on 65 minutes for Max Wilson.
So you'd assume that'll be Warren Clark being pushed into a wing position. Yeah, it looks as though Milan Lalkovic has gone to the right wing. Warren Clark's pushed up to left wing, and Blakeman slotted in at left back in his usual position. Henley wins his header. Go out for a throw for the visitors, though.
Peterborough, rare outing for them coming forward. Chorley has to put his foot through it to try and clear. Good pressure from Oakley there with Warren Clark, and eventually, I have to say,
Chorley managed
Ewan,
to win a throw
every
high up
credit to
here.
Peterborough. We mentioned the first half, then they're not playing like a team at the bottom, but in that area they are, because they're throwing everything that they can at it to try and keep themselves at the game, because they still are in a scrap, aren't they? Everything they
Yeah.
can possibly do to try and keep themselves in front, and not allow Chorley back into the game. Yeah, they've had spells in the second half, Chorley are trying to get back into it, but Peterborough doing everything they can to restrict Chorley to as little as possible.
That man there who's just tried to clear it. I've been really impressed with Jez Davis in midfield for them. He's won almost every single ball that he's gone for today. And he just sweeps the ball really well as well. Oakley with a throw down the line. Blakeman will clear. Ibbotson tries to keep it in, but it goes out for a throw again.
Yeah, lots of pushing, lots of pulling. Another change in the offing. It's the man on loan from Macclesfield, Elliot Whitehouse, who's going to come on.
Harvey under pressure by Miller. He sends it forwards. Wood's going to win his header. Sean Brown clips it away
There
from
was nothing
Nolan.
in that. That's all. And Joe Nolan's been given a yellow card for that. And from where we're sat, which is a pretty good view, by the way, in line with what just happened there, there didn't look like there was any real contact at all.
No, I'm not too sure.
And here, Andy Priest there, how was that?
Yeah. I'm not too sure whether he's been booked for the challenge itself or maybe his reaction to it. If it's his reaction to it, that's the only thing that I can see maybe warranting a booking at all.
Priest says ref, come on, and I think again it's just frustration, really, isn't it?
Yeah, Peterborough are really playing this game very smartly at the minute. Crooks sends it forwards towards that left corner flag. That goes straight out for a
in the
goal
end
kick.
there, wasn't it? Shaquille Coulthurst, you can see he's got something about him. More a veteran these days, isn't he? Been played a lot in the EFL. So McClintock off and Whitehouse on. Not Billy Whitehouse, Elliot Whitehouse of Sports.
And saw McClintock with that effort a few minutes ago, which just fizzed a bit wide of the post. Whitehouse, you'd argue, probably a slightly more defensive option.
Yeah. Good header from Wood. Whitehouse's first introduction is a defensive header. Lalkovic tries to put it forwards and header then back to Crook in goal.
Forward it goes from Crook again. It's Booth and Smith battling. Smith wins his header. Oakley heads it back towards him. Blakeman has to intervene. And Calvi will eventually clear down the left-hand side. Carr's trying to keep it in. He can, and it's another throw-in for Sports down this right-hand side. Oakley taking all the time in the world here to take his throw.
Yep, he's taking as long as he possibly can, and I think unfortunately, who can blame him in this situation? Peterborough, 18, 19 minutes plus stoppage away from their first ever win at Chorley.
It's an offside flag up against
an interesting fact for you this at half time in the boardroom is this is the first time that Peterborough have ever scored at Chorley. First time ever.
It's probably the easiest goal they'll ever score at Chorley in their existence as well, when you think back to it.
Long from Crook, headed away by Smith. It will go behind for a throw. Darlington have levelled things up at Merthyr. The rain starts to come back down.
Oakley trying to get away. Blakeman wins a throw. Whitehouse goes up for it. It's another throw for Charlie, about an extra 15 yards forwards. Carr's battling. And he wins a corner.
Corner to Chorley in those in that Duke Street end who are taking cover away from the elements, are thinking, look, now is the time. We've got to get something out of this, really. Then we could set up a climax, a dramatic climax to this game.
It's Blakeman over the corner. Referee's having a quick word with Tom Carr before it's going to be taken. And it goes from Blakeman. It's clipped. It's headed away.
At the second, third opportunity, he's going to come back to Warren Clark to go for goal with his right foot.
Yeah. Same effort from Warren, just floats wide. Smith puts clear.
Looking to
Carr's
try and
trying to
get in
get him
behind as he
behind.
did last weekend against Darlington. Warren Clark's inside the penalty area. I thought it might just about go out for a corner kick, but not this time. The National League North, Spennymoor Town have turned it around at Buxton. They were 1-0 down at the break and have got it back to 2 in front. 2 goals to 1 there. Darlington, of course, level pegging at Blackwell Meadows with Merthyr Town, and also a big goal at the bottom. Alfreton Town have taken the lead away at Kings Lynn. Goals going in aplenty in the National League North, but remains Chorley 0, Peterborough Sports 1 with 74 minutes gone. Ewan, what does Chorley need to do to get ultimately a goal and to get themselves back in this game? What's the secret, do you think?
I just think get the ball into the box as much as possible now. You've sort of started trying to do it a bit more, but it's the only way really that I can see them breaking this defence down. Maybe get a lucky bounce or something.
Good long throw from Blakeman in towards the penalty area, half cleared. Warren Clark's going to come back to it, takes a touch. Another one, keeps going, left-hand side now. Still going all a little low. He's got 5 Peterborough players around him. Gets the cross out, does really well. Calvin's at the back stick, goes down.
Nolan's going to keep it in on the far right.
So Nolan finds okay, and body's on the line. Still going, and Peterborough can come away with it. Can they counter themselves?
Booth trying to skip round Larkovic. Larkovic shields the ball well, though, and gives it to Henley. Henley will give it to Blakeman now on the left-hand side. Lots of space for into. He opts to give it a diagonal out to Larkovic. It's a really good ball if Larkovic can get there, and he just can't. A bit too much power on the ball from Blakeman.
Yeah, and just having a look at the league table there, Peterborough Sports' win at the minute today takes them up to 18th. Of course, Southport haven't got a game today. They stay where they are. But Kings Lynn dropping down to 20th. So that goal from Alverton puts them up into 22nd position. A lot of teams in and around that. And surely will feel like they need at least a point, if not all 3, out of this afternoon's game. Preston North End have taken the lead away at Ipswich. Huge game for Paul Heckingham. Bottom side is Tom Carr goes down. Crook came out. Tom Carr puts his hand up and asks the question.
Smith looks as though he was fouled there. Wins the throw.
Andy Priest not happy in his technical area. Phil Brown had a few words
Smith,
to say
good
at the
header.
decision there that his side weren't given a throw.
Yeah, all sports are doing now is just clearing the ball whenever they get the opportunity to. They're not playing at all now. They're just sending the ball long whenever they can.
A few words here. Cards in the referee's pocket. He's going to go over and have a word, I think, with
Phil Brown, I think, gets a
Phil
booking.
Brown's been booked.
Substituting the offing for Peterborough Sports as well. Ball's cleared away.
South Shields have taken the lead. It's Kedwin Scott with their second over in Oxford.
It's going to be Sean Jeffers.
Yeah, another player with bags of experience. He joined the club recently on loan from Bedford Town.
Referee trying to speed up Max Booth coming off the pitch. And he'll take as much time as he wants as he walks off.
Jack Griffiths being readied by Andy Priest.
Looks like it's going to take something special for Charlie to get something from this game. Henley throws it down the line. Headed away by Wood once again. It'll be another throw. Whitehouse this time clears, just puts his foot through it. Smith, switcher play out to Clark. Good touch, gives it into the feet of Blakeman.
Give it a couple of minutes. Lalkovic down the left. Good tackle by Oakley. Smith then on Coulthurst. Blakeman then he has to go all the way back to the goalkeeper, Irwin. Irwin kicks it long. Oh, and
It's going to break for Lalkovic on the left. Cuts inside. It's put into the box. It's headed away by Whitehouse. Nolan
yeah, I'll take that.
gathers the ball. It's swung in again. It's headed up by Hickenbottom. It's going to go over his bar. And it's just been fouled by Tom Carr, by the referee. And Jack Griffiths is going to come on now from...
For Milan Lalkovic.
Forward it goes from Crooks again from the free kick. Calvley wins his header, but it goes behind him rather than forwards. Irwin now sends it long. Hickenbottom goes down. Willis has to clear. Blakeman Wins the ball, but it's straight into the chest of Whitehouse. Gives it straight to Blakeman, who finds Ibbotson in the pocket of
down
space
that
now on the
left-hand
left.
channel.
Looking for O'Kane. It's put
Puts the
across.
foot.
It's
Tom
a
Carr
poor
nips
ball,
in.
though.
Goes down. Ibbotson trying to niggle at the heels of Oakley. Joe Nolan was caught there by Sean Jeffers. Referees giving an advantage to Chorley.
Blakeman. It's a
Goes
good
for goal.
cross.
Heading
Oh.
away.
Coulthurst now chests it down, just sends it forwards. Hopeful ball looking for Jeffers to get onto it. Calvley will get there. And Smith has been fouled by Jeffers, and Charlie have a free kick about halfway into their own half.
Yeah, 9 minutes plus stoppage. Ewan Chorley still continuing to turn the screw.
Didn't need to get the ball to Blakeman here. That cross there before was really, really good. Just a great defensive header. Stopped it from getting to Ibbotson. Ibbotson wins a flick on.
And
Crooks
Carr
quick
there.
off his line, though. Another deep kick by Crook. Smith touches it down. Nolan's there. Gives it to Griffiths.
His first touch of the ball, left-hand side. Left foot, sorry. Now it goes down the left to Blakeman. Plays it first time towards Carr. He's back and then out to Miller.
Miller with some good skills to get round Griffiths. Griffiths battles back. Not just to a foul Miller there, and Nolan will come away with the ball. Gives it into Griffiths. Closed down by Miller, he's back to his feet.
Need to get the ball forwards here, you feel. 8 minutes plus whatever is added on at the end.
Blakeman, it's going to be a cross into the box. No, it's not. It's more a switch of play to Henley.
Henner's.
Griffiths again.
Need to get the ball in here, really. They've got players in there waiting.
Nolan, Griffiths complaining about pushing the back, but Wood comes away with the ball for Sports. It's given away to Calvley. Calvley will drive forwards, played in behind towards Ibbotson, but it'll go out for a goal kick.
Yeah.
Brooks taking all the time in the world here before sending it forwards from his goal kick. Coulthurst wins the header. Calvley will clear. It's an offside flag up.
Yeah, finally Chorley were trying to get the ball out there and he eventually flags the offside. Begs the question, why didn't he allow it to continue? But never mind.
Forward it goes from Ewan from the free kick.
Ewan towards the penalty area. Oakley tries to come away with it. Good use of his shoulder from Warren Clark. He wins it. Then he's caught.
Fouled.
And there has to be a yellow card.
What we will say is this is Adam Blakeman's territory here to swing the ball into the box.
Certainly the assistant of Peterborough Sports, Ewan, he's been very animated all game, as has Phil Brown and Andy Priest. But the assistant of Peterborough certainly has been non-stop all game. And now the fourth official's having a word with him as well.
Blakeman, he's going to swing this ball into the box. It's a one-man wall with just Luca Miller in it for Peterborough Sports.
Good ball from Blakeman towards the back post. Oh,
should be a corner, no.
For a goal kick. And there was
I
has to be a
the
corner.
world that should have been a corner. But it's given us a goal kick.
1-1 towards Colthurst, and Jeffers will try and chase. Wood puts his foot through it. It's almost towards the corner in the end, that. Yeah, Ewan 5.5 minutes plus stoppages remain of this one. Chorley still a goal behind. Probably scratching their heads at the minute. Trying to get back into it. But at the minute, it doesn't look like there's anything going to be other than a Peterborough Sports win. Hopefully I'm wrong. Because anything can happen, especially we know with Chorley.
Blakeman with the ball on the
Especially with
left-hand
this man's on the
side.
ball with his delivery. Blakeman reds the ball wide towards Joe Nolan, who I think has been really good for Chorley this afternoon. Henley.
Forced to go back again. Henley. Calvley. Plays a makeshift centre back today, of course. Gives it to Harvey Smith. Smith drives past Jeffers. Still driving here, Harvey Smith.
Gonna
Goes
go
for
for
goal.
goal. It's dipping.
Oof.
It's just gone over. It took a deflection on the way through, and it's behind for a corner. Harvey Smith there, of all people.
That's really good play there by the centre back, just forcing forwards. None of the Peterborough players decided to close him down. Opts to shoot. Deflection just carries it just over the bar. Showing over an opportunity from this corner. Blakeman clips in. It's headed away again. This time by Jeffers. Clark gives it back to Blakeman on the left. Blakeman gets out of his feet, gives it back to Clark. Clark. Nolan.
Oh, Blakeman's there, lying in wait. He's there. Can he dig out the cross? He takes it inside, goes with his right instead. It's flipped backwards by Ibbotson. No Chorley player on the end of it to get in there and take it away. Colthurst's touch is loose, and Griffiths.
He's done well though there, Colthurst, to stop it from going out for a throw.
He tried to let it go for a throw, didn't he? But
Ibbotson, good touchdown. He's going to try and break through. He can't. It should go for a corner though. It is a corner. This time it'll be from the right-hand side. It'll be an in-swinger for Blakeman.
another corner, another opportunity knocks for Chorley. 89th minute of the game. It's now or never, you feel, for Andy Priest's side.
And it comes from Blakeman. It's right on Crook's head. He sits over. And it'll be another corner from the opposite side.
I'm not sure
really
if that
good
was
delivery though.
For a throw. I can't tell. Yeah,
It's
sorry,
a corner.
it is a corner. It's that Blakeman delivery from the left. The referee's just blown up there.
Feeling it's got to be now or never really for Charlie, is he? Edge closest to
He's
stoppage
given a
time.
yellow
I
to
think
Tom Carr.
Tom Carr might have just got a book in there, yeah.
Pushing and shoving.
Blakeman, and it goes. His body's in the box. O'Kane wins his header. It's not fully cleared yet. Griffiths. Blakeman. Clark. Cross put in. It's headed up. It's punched away by Crook.
Oh, and as it
And he's
always
just
the
been
case,
fouled.
when you catch the goalkeeper and the goalkeeper goes down, it's a free kick. Darlington have
Yeah, it's smart play by the goalkeeper. Just finds the foul.
change for Peterborough. Richard Farkier is going to come on. Can't see who he's going to come on for yet. I think it's Shaquille Cuthurst.
Looks that way.
Taking as much time as he possibly can to come off. The referee is signalling that he has paused his
5
watch.
at a minute.
5 additional minutes.
Smith wins his header again. Whitehouse will head it further forwards. Jeffers in the back of Smith. No free kick going though. And Miller will break away with the ball. Calvary clears. Davis overruns it. It's a Chorley throw just inside their own half. Blakeman sends it down the line towards Ibbotson. Ibbotson wins his header. It's headed away though by Willis. Ibbotson touched it down. It's going to be cleared out by Hickenbottom for a Chorley throw. Blakeman's probably going to try and send this one straight into the box, you'd imagine. Blakeman, into the box it goes.
Oh,
Bounces.
Blakeman's there. Can he deliver it? It has to take a touch. It bobbles up on him. Nolan's there instead. Warren Clark's towards the edge of the area. Finds Nolan instead.
I'll tell you what, I'm surprised that's giving us a Chorley throw, but there's no complaint. Blakeman sends it in. It's flicked on by Smith. It's going to be gathered, though, at the front post by Crook once again.
Which have got a penalty against Preston North End and find themselves behind against Southport in the FA Trophy. Peter Crook, who arguably, Ewan, for me, hasn't been tested as much as, I think he really should have been in some areas. Surely haven't probably gotten as many shots off as they would have liked. Peterborough were looking to come forward there. Alfred Town have doubled their lead in the end against Kings Lynn. A huge game, potentially huge consequences at the bottom.
Free kick given away, Peterborough Sports.
Long ball played forward, it's towards the corner. Just out for a throw. It will be a Chorley throw, but right penned in the corner. Jeff is trying to battle away for it. Body's on the line again. Calverley heads it down. Then into the midriff or in the face of Whitehouse. He's got him down holding his face. And now all of a sudden he's back up on his feet. I think he knew exactly what he was doing there, Elliot Whitehouse. Yeah, another 15, 20 seconds of the 5 left to play. Surely one last roll of the dice, the famous words that came out of my mouth when Chorley famously beat Macclesfield with the last kick. Well, this would only be to secure a point. Similar sort of situation. Long throw. Here it comes. In towards the penalty area. Headed on by Smith. In towards the penalty area. Oh! off kindly. But in the end, it falls away. And behind. And the full-time whistle blows. Chorley 0, Peterborough Sports 1. Chorley come away empty-handed this afternoon. The early goal from Max Booth, the difference. With that being said, we will leave it there. And we'll be back pretty quickly, won't we, Ewan, next Tuesday against Leamington. Have a good rest.